What's up, guys? Let's make a short update on the price of Bitcoin, what is happening. Basically, if you remember last time, we were looking at this triangular formation, and one of the options, one of the potential scenarios was the move from this triangle one way or another. I pointed these two zones here, red and green, where the price should go, and in fact price actually went above that zone, which is a very nice bullish sign, and now the zone is still holding. So the next move generally is one way or another, two possible options. Either the zone holds and then we will continue to go higher, probably above the previous high, $12,000. But well, you can look at this as a kind of a bullish formation, bullish pennant or bullish flag, and then this is again continuation of the local trend. Or if this zone doesn't hold, then I think that the next target to the downside is at least 50% Fibonacci retracement, which is somewhere around the CME gap. Although I'm not very fond of the gaps theory. We have another one here. We have actually another one at $3,400 about that area, but it's not necessarily to be filled. In any case, we have the thread here for that gap, from that gap, so it is still potential to go lower. This is like a kind of a bearish scenario, and it is supported by this green 9, which is a bearish signal on TD sequential indicator. Usually we have some decline after that, like for example here also was a green 9. We have the correction of the preceded move. So I'm kind of a little bit more bearish than bullish right now. Again, it's often happens that the exit from the triangular formation is a fake out on the first time, and we might see the return of the price going lower and even testing this zone once again. So it's very important to see how price will react with this area. Also, of course, the traditional markets, S&P and other indices, they are pretty much leading the behavior of Bitcoin and other crypto assets. So it depends a lot how those assets will perform, especially considering some fundamentals with United States elections and how things will go with that way. A lot of volatility is expected, so people are kind of stressed out right now. I should point out another one, which is gold here, and gold actually moved up from this triangle, and again it very much looks like a fake out. Also this like a wider triangular formation is still valid, and we had the rejection from this line and actually moving lower from that point. Still very likely that this bearish formation will lead to decrease in price to 38.2 level by Fibonacci, which is also in the zone of previous trading area, like high volume of the trading. So probably not probably, very likely that Bitcoin will follow the move of from gold, and if it will be to the downside, apparently we can go within again within this range and maybe even test this green zone. And finally, I would like to point out that generally there is such a thing as indicator called TTM Squeeze, and this TTM Squeeze indicator basically shows you how price goes from the accumulation or distribution zone when we have a long sideways price action, like for example in 2015 before the major bull run, like we had in 2018 when there was a very low volatility and we dropped 50% after that. So it was also marked by those signs, these red dots on the indicator here, and even here before the rise to $14,000 in 2019. The main point here is, if we would expect some kind of a major move one way or another, it is very likely to see some kind of a similar indication like those red dots on the indicator here. But we don't see it now, so meaning that we still have a room to move one way or another, probably to the upside, because the trend is still to the upside. And then as soon as we will see that kind of a indication, then it might be the signal for the major move. Again, the direction of the move is not defined, but after the direction is clear, then we can make a more confident trade along the same path, along the same direction as the move happened. So be careful with that and just pay attention to that signal of this indicator. And yeah, let's see how this situation evolves. So far so good, but still before the election and at some point even after that, I think we might see some dramatic events happening with the price, not only Bitcoin but also traditional assets. So let's be cautious on that regard. That is it for today, guys. A short update. I hope that it was useful, and thank you very much for watching. See you in the next video. Goodbye.